A section view looks inside an object. Sections are used to clarify the interior construction of a part that cannot be clearly described by hidden lines in exterior views. Look at the rock. Do you know what is inside? The material, the shapes? You're not going to know it until you cut it by half, right? So that is the purpose of the section view. You have to imagine there is an imaginary cutting plane cut through the object. Once you have the unwanted portion removed, you will be able to see the interior feature. So all the hidden lines will be converted into the visible lines. You are going to use a material pattern to represent the material properties. And you're going to add the appropriate center lines at the appropriate locations as well. Depends on the parts, depends on the materials you have. You're probably going to have the different material pattern applied to an assembly. So generally speaking, by default, you will always use a 45-degree parallel lines to represent a cast iron, but depending on the material given, you may have to apply the different material pattern. So generally speaking, you have to use the cutting plane line to indicate the location of the cutting plane. It is a long and a short dashed line with the arrowhead to indicate the direction of the view. And all of the hidden lines will become visible, and depends on the material located. Whenever you have the cutting plane touch the material, you have to add the appropriate section lines. Make sure your section lines are parallel, not perpendicular to the object edges, not parallel to the object edges. Do not go over the object edges. They are not widely spaced. They are not too close spaced. A full section view cut through the object by half. This acronym CVS is very useful, which will help you to complete the section views. C represents the cutting plane lines or the center lines if you have a cylindrical object. V represents the visible lines. S represents the section lines. So in the section view, you always want to make sure that you locate the CVS. The cutting planes do not cut all the way through to the object. To the section views, they cut only halfway and intersect at the center line. So the half section views actually apply to an object with a symmetrical feature. If you pay attention to the cutting plane line, you can see this time the cutting plane line is bended at 90 degrees with only one arrow pointed to the direction of the view. Because it is applied to the object with a symmetrical feature, you can omit all the hidden features in the regular view but only show the visible lines in the regular view. A broken out section view is created by breaking off part of the object to reveal interior features. This time, if you compare the broken out section view to the previous section views, you can see to the broken out section view, there is no cutting plane line. So there is a short break line added to the broken out section view to indicate the location of the interior feature over focus. A revolved section view is created by passing a cutting plane through an object, then revolving the cross-section 90 degrees. So the section view stays on the object. From this animation, you can see we have the cutting plane cut through the object and then revolve the cross-section by 90 degrees and then added them to the current view. There are two different ways to show the revolved section view. You can measure the depths from the top and then have them added to the current view by the visible line, or you can use the short break line to separate the revolved section view from the current front view. Both work. Revolved section view is created by making a cross-section, then moving it to an area adjacent to the view. It applies to a part with a much shortened length. Especially with multiple cutting planes, you can create multiple removed section views. Because they can be added anywhere on the drawing sheet, so it is better to label each cutting plane by letters AA, BB, CC, and add the name of the section views either on the top or under the current removed section views. Removed section view is very similar to the revolved section view. You have to revolve it 90 degrees. The difference is this time you are not going to add it to the current view, but choose available space, add it to a place adjacent to the current view. Offset section view shows the multiple interior features at the different locations. So you have to imagine you are going to bend the cutting plane to show the multiple features. Because the cutting plane is imaginary, when you draw the offset section view, make sure you do not show the bending edge in the offset section view. So this one, it is not acceptable. The correct one is the one right here. You have to imagine all the interior features, they are going to be converted into one level to show all the interior features all at one level in the offset section view.